Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. This reading is how does he or she feel about me? How do they truly feel? So, set of cards number 1 is the pink stone. Set of cards number 2 is the citrine stone. And set of cards number 3 is the rose quartz angel. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. I really appreciate it. And if you subscribe, please tap the little bell icon and then it will inform you every time I release a new video. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the sets of cards to see which one resonates with you the most. And these are general readings, so take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Please don't try and make the messages fit into your individual situation. Overall, always trust your own intuition. So this is set of cards number 1, and for these cards I'm using the Tarot Illuminati as well as some other cards. Okay, so how does this person truly feel about you? And I'm going to say he just for ease, and I do feel most people are inquiring about a man. So we have Justice in reverse, Strength, Death, Two of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So clarifying Justice in reverse, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Clarifying Strength, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Clarifying Death, we have the World. So there's a lot of major arcana cards here, so a lot of intense, powerful energies. Clarifying the Two of Wands, we have the Lovers, another major arcana card. Clarifying the Two of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So clarifying Justice in reverse and Ace of Cups in reverse, we have the Page of Pentacles. Clarifying Strength and the Hanged Man in reverse, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying Death and the World, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying the Two of Wands and the Lovers in reverse, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And clarifying the Two of Cups and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Ten of Wands. So from the True Love reading cards, we have Connection and Emotional Freedom. From the Romance Angels Oracle cards, we have Honeymoon and Keep an Open Mind. And from the Chakra Insight Oracle, we have Self-Expression and Family. Okay, so let me tune into the energies just for a moment. Okay, so for some, this person has needed to make a choice between you and another person, or you and some other life circumstance or situation, because there's quite a few cards here about needing to make choices. There's the Two of Wands, the Lovers in reverse, Keep an Open Mind. There is this card about family. But we start off with Justice in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like some kind of offer was made, and either this person didn't accept your offer or you didn't accept their offer in the past, and there's regrets. There's a regret about not accepting that offer of love. Because Page of Pentacles is about making that offering in the 3D. And the Ace of Cups is about offering your love, opening your heart, or being able to receive love as well. And there's Justice in reverse, so that's like an injustice. A lot of the time, this Justice card can represent legal matters. It can represent divorce. For some of you, you know, this may be you are married to this person, and perhaps both of you have been wondering whether to get a divorce or not, or maybe one of you is wanting this divorce and the other isn't. The other's trying to make it work, but one of you's not willing to receive what they're now trying to offer. But for most people, I feel this is someone else. This man that you're thinking of is either in a marriage with someone else, or they chose in the past something else over you, some other situation over you, and it felt like injustice. And there's some heartbreak because you offered your emotions. You tried to make something work. You tried to initiate something with them, but there was some sort of something that they need to cut the ties with. And it could literally be their own patterns that they need to put an end to. Because there's been this imbalance of give and take, because there is this Six of Pentacles in reverse as well. But I do feel there's regrets. Like, if this person kind of rejected you or didn't accept your offer, then they're regretting that. There is this death of their old way of being, or some old cycle that's been holding you back. So there's a Strength card here, and it's clarified by the Hanged Man in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, Hanged Man in reverse is more positive. It's saying that there has been this pause in your connection, or perhaps this person was pulling back, but they were going inwards. They were trying to make a decision. They were trying to see what was real and what was an illusion. I feel like it's a head versus heart sort of thing. They didn't know what was real, and therefore they were holding back from giving back to you equally. Some of you, I feel like you've held back from over giving to this person, and you're having much more strength. You felt like there was some kind of injustice. It broke your heart. This Ace of Cups, though, in reverse, is saying to me that for some people, they were giving their love, but because the Ace of Cups is in reverse, either you or this other person, or both, have not had enough self-esteem, or not known how to receive love. So someone's cup was already empty, and they were trying to give. They were trying to make some offer of love, and yet they weren't really in the right place to be able to receive love or truly give love. So I feel like there was like conditions placed upon this offer, like someone was giving their heart, but it was because they were wanting love, approval, acceptance, like in return. Because this Page of Pentacles, this isn't the king. This is someone offering something. Like perhaps you do have a big and generous heart. You do have love to offer, but at the same time, there was some sort of attachment. There's some sort of conditions placed upon that. It wasn't like unconditionally giving your love, offering your love. it's like someone deep down was wanting like approval in return, and it created heartbreak. This is saying you couldn't receive this person's love because you weren't in this energetic vibration high enough to receive love. Some kind of wounding, some kind of injustice from your past that you were subconsciously trying to fix or bring into balance with this new person. Like it could be a childhood wound, or it could be heartbreak or betrayal from a past relationship. And so what Spirit is saying is someone was guarded emotionally in truth, yet they still made this offer to this other person, but this other person is a reflection of yourself, so they were guarded as well. They couldn't receive love. They may have only been able to offer you something small, and that lightly triggered this injustice feeling from your past. But it's to strengthen you with this strength card. It's to force you, it forced you, both of you, I feel, into this Hanged Man card. A time of pause, a time of contemplation, a time of really trying to get to the root of what does this all mean? Why is this person acted this way? Is it real? I feel both of you are afraid of like heartbreak. You know, that this other if you were the one that was kind of offering your love, but then there was a lot of expectations attached to that. They're afraid that you were like subconsciously setting them up for failure because they know they can't make you happy if you're not happy within yourself. I feel like they've experienced other women like in their past who had those same expectations on them, and no matter what they gave with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, they were never, what they gave and offered was never appreciated because someone was running on empty. They were like a bottomless pit with unrealistic expectations upon them. So for some of you, I feel like maybe something to be aware of. There needs to be this strength in terms of being balanced within yourself, because justice has the scales of balance. Strength has that infinity symbol, which is about balance and reflection. So this is about taming or healing your own wounds, because whatever vibration we are in, we reflect back to us. So if this person could only offer you something small, or they couldn't fully receive what you had to offer, it's because they're guarded, and it's a reflection of you being guarded. I feel like both of you have been hurt in the past, and there's regrets. Like both of you want this equal give and take, but I feel this person has trust issues. I feel this person may feel as though if they open up to you, then maybe you could turn out to be like their previous lovers, or previous some females they've experienced who've placed the weight of their own happiness on this man's shoulders and then been overly critical of him. So he's afraid of that. He's afraid of like history repeating itself. I feel like you're afraid of history repeating itself in terms of feeling abandoned and rejected. There's this death card. So there's a definite ending of a major cycle within your connection, a positive ending, because it's clarified by the world as well. Death is endings, new beginnings, it's transformation. The world is the final card in the major arcana. So it's like a really, really major ending of a cycle. And I feel it's like a lesson. And it's to do with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is more positive. So someone felt left out in the cold. But in reverse, this is what's transforming. Like, this is what that regret's about. Someone didn't truly want to leave you out in the cold. It's just their fears, or they could see. And it's not all about free will. A lot of it is to do with the energies. Like literally, you can't have love and harmony if neither party has the self-love and harmony and balance emotionally within themselves. But there's regrets. It's like this person believes that you feel they rejected you. And they didn't want to make you feel that way. They want you to know it's not that they don't love you or they don't want to be with you. It's more like their fears. And they couldn't control like the energy. So they can't force themselves to be ready. They can't force you to be ready. But they didn't want to make you feel left out in the cold. But there's this energetic repulsion which is beyond our control if we haven't healed ourselves emotionally. So there is this healing. The death card is like a painful ending, but it's so there can be transformation within your connection, so there can be a new beginning. Left out in the cold, this Five of Pentacles energy. I feel this is a representation of both of you. Like you feel like emotionally like impoverished. And by that I mean both of you have experienced abandonment and rejection, feeling like an outsider, feeling pushed out of warmth, of this could be like family situations from childhood as well. For some, perhaps, like I said, they are going through this divorce and they're afraid of being pushed out of like the family home or their sense of security. But there's an ending of that. Some of them are realising that if they were in a marriage or are still, that there's an imbalance within that and give and take, and they're going inwards a lot to try and figure out what to do, how to create this ending without making people feel too left out in the cold, like they don't want to be out of order to their wife or their husband or whomever as they're breaking free from that. Because there's the Two of Wands clarified by the Lovers in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So yeah, they don't want to just run away, sneak away from their husband or wife. They want to move away. They want the ending. They want the divorce or to separate, like a final separation if they're not married to that person. But they've been stuck in this Two of Wands and the Lovers in reverse. Both of those are about decisions. Lovers in reverse, I feel in the past, they may have chosen the wrong person or they just held on to their comfort zone of the relationship they were already in or some kind of circumstance or lifestyle that they were already in. In reverse, they've made a decision now, like they see your connection. They know that they have emotional freedom with you. So, yeah, they've made a decision. I feel, and they want to choose you with this Two of Cups, but this is what they're also having regrets about. Seven of Swords in reverse, sneaking away from you in the past, not totally being honest with you about their feelings. They kind of left you caught in a place of confusion as well. Like, do I hold on to this person still or do I move on? And they pushed you away. But energetically, again, it's like if you're not ready to receive love and there was unrealistic expectations that you're placing upon them, then perhaps this Seven of Swords could also represent your energy, like maybe on the surface. And I feel it's like subconscious, like you didn't even fully realise it. On the surface, you're giving them an offer, but deep down there's kind of like this kind of ulterior motive in terms of just wanting things in return, but to do with those childhood wounds. So yeah, they've made the decision. In the traditional tarot, this shows the man reaching out and touching the woman's cup. So this person wants to reach out. They've made a decision. They want to release their comfort zone that they were once holding on to so dearly, so tightly. This Four of Pentacles in reverse. They're releasing comfort zone. It's been an uphill struggle for them though. Ten of Wands. Tens are about coming to the ending of carrying these heavy burdens around. They couldn't see clearly because of their current circumstances that they felt trapped in. To me, this represents like the Tower card. And the Tower's like building your life on false premises, or, you know, like in this example, it could be an unhappy marriage where both the husband and wife are like pretending that they're happy, or they're just, you know, it's not functioning well, but they're like codependent, and they've created these solid, rigid walls around their relationship or their marriage just because of the codependency. So this person, they've been feeling really burdened because it's like every day they were returning to this tower. This could be like their home life with their partner, and it was just a real struggle. They had to keep going up all these steps, carrying these heavy wands. It was an uphill struggle, but that's what's breaking down. The 10 is like the ending of that. How do they really feel about you? They feel this joy, this deep connection. It's interesting because it's like they're on holiday. And there is this honeymoon card as well. This could be like they're dreaming of, you know, marrying you one day, because they feel uplifted by you. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. There's all this music here, like they just feel so much joy and true connection. So they're feeling really disconnected from their current partner or spouse or circumstances. They feel a lot of emotional freedom with you because they felt very trapped in their current circumstances. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So yeah, I feel you're very different to the person they're currently with, or the type of person they've been with several times, their usual type. Keep an open mind. So yeah, they may have like sort of turned you down or rejected you in the past because you're very different, or they just weren't really looking for a relationship, or they weren't, you know, they had sort of tunnel vision to do with their normal type that they would go for, kind of thing. But now they've got this open mind. Now they're seeing you for who you truly are, the deep connection. And they want to express the truth to you. Vocalization, individuality, inner voice, assertiveness. It's really interesting because this family card came out, and there's the bird, and then obviously there's the nest with the eggs in. Belonging, community, culture, tribe. So yeah, they felt kind of tied to family situations. I feel like they felt like they couldn't really have this true self-expression. But some of them, I feel they do want this marriage and family with you. And they're going to reach out and express this to you, is what I'm feeling. So I really, really hope this reading has resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. That will really help me out and I really appreciate it. And if you subscribe, then please tap the little bell icon and then it will inform you every time I release a new video. And I'll be back again really soon with some more pick a card readings. So thank you. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the citrine stone. And I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. So how does this person truly feel about you? And it could be a man or a woman, but I'm just going to say, how does he feel about you? Just for a sense of ease. So there's the King of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. So that's really good. There's the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This person is seeing you as their other half, their counterpart. So the King of Cups is clarified by the Hierophant. The Two of Cups in reverse is clarified by the Sun in reverse. The King of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Ten of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Five of Cups. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords. So there's 3 kings here as well. So the King of Cups and the Hierophant is clarified by the Page of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse, the Sun in reverse is clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse. So 2 pages in reverse. The King of Wands and the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords in reverse, the Five of Cups is clarified by Temperance in reverse, and the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So the true love reading cards, we have love and sexual freedom. For the romance angels oracle cards, we have codependency and give your relationship a chance. And finally, for the chakra insight oracle cards, we have inspiration and communication. Okay. So this person really feels a lot of love for you. 3 kings, you know. This is saying you make them feel really good about themselves. You really bring out the best of their masculinity. You really inspire them to be the best version of themselves. Just tuning into the energies. So the King of Cups, clarified by the Hierophant and the Page of Cups in reverse. So for some reason, I feel this person has struggled with communication with you, with these 2 pages in reverse, and we do have this communication card, which is the final card, which to me is saying that they will master that, like their fears or whatever it's been that's caused them to hold back communicating from you. Especially as we have the Ace of Swords as the final tarot card, communicating their truth as well. But for whatever reason, I feel it's like this person is suffering from low self-esteem. You make them feel like these 3 kings. But what I'm noticing is the king that's missing is the King of Pentacles. Like they may not be making a solid offer in the 3D tangible world, but you make them feel deep love. You make them feel a lot of passion. You're really inspiring them to be the best version of themselves. They may be working on a lot of aspirations that they've had for a long time, but it's like they never had enough self-belief, but you're starting to help them have this self-confidence and self-belief. You're helping them to raise their self-esteem. King of Swords, they want to be assertive, and they will be in terms of communicating their truth eventually. The Hierophant, they're feeling this deep soul connection with you. I feel like they're really focused on you. They may be spying on you, like on social media, or maybe in person if you work with this person or something like that. They're watching you is what I'm feeling. They're in awe of you is what Spirit is saying. And I feel that's why it's like they're nervous to really communicate to you. You make them feel, those butterflies in their stomach sort of thing. And it's weird. It's kind of like a paradox. Like, they've put you on a pedestal is what I'm feeling. And so you inspire them. They look up to you. They're seeing you as this beautiful Queen of Cups. And so they're feeling extremely flattered is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Because they know that you have this love for them. They know that you look up to them as well, and you're inspired by them. You feel this deep soul connection with them. Hierophant to me is the deep soul connection, because the bishop, the Hierophant, he's like the spiritual aspect, and these two monks here are like both of you looking up with inspiration towards spirituality, spiritual awakening. So yeah, he's having difficulties communicating. This may or it may not go both ways. I feel like both of you get extremely nervous in each other's company, but especially this person. I feel this person has a lot of innocence about them with these two pages here, is what I'm really feeling. They want to do the right thing. They want to feel like confident, and you do in a way make them feel that confidence, because they're kind of surprised that someone like you really likes them or loves them, wants to be with them. And you're kind of thinking to yourself, well, why do they feel that way? Because you recognize their worth, but they've struggled throughout their life to recognize their worth is what I'm feeling. So they may have communicated a little bit or indirectly or given you hints, tried to make it obvious in some ways, but then at other times tried to hide their feelings. And for some, I feel that's like on both sides, like you're both sort of afraid to really communicate how you both really feel. There's a fear of rejection, or there's just like embarrassment. You kind of feel like little school children sort of thing in a cute kind of way. So there's this Two of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Sun in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. So this Two of Cups, I'm really feeling like there's this pure, innocent, loving, healing connection that you share. But like I said, it's like it's just not quite getting off the ground between both of you. And there's the Sun in reverse. And, the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the whole deck. So even in reverse, it's really not that bad. It's just saying to me that, again, there's this innocence with this child on here. There's this light, there's this joy. But at times, you know, whenever I see this Sun card in reverse, it always makes me think of clouds. Like the clouds are blocking out the sun. The joy. So it's like illusions. It could be, well, it likely is, emotional wounds that need healing. Because there's clouds in this Page of Swords as well. And the Page of Swords is standing on rocky ground. And there's kind of a back and forth kind of energy. So whenever I see this Page of Swords, I notice that his torso, his hands, the sword, one foot's facing forward, but then the other foot and is facing backwards, and he's looking backwards. And there's some clouds, but the clouds are dissipating. So the sun is shining through more. But this is like illusions. Sun in reverse, it's like your fears. Both of you have these fears of rejection. But at the same time, it's saying deep down you both feel this, the truth of your connection, that you love each other equally. And that there's joy, there's peace, there's a good, like, gut feeling, good intuition that you both feel about each other. But these clouds are dissipating, but there may be like a back and forth momentum. Like sometimes there's momentum between you, then sometimes there isn't. You take a step forward and then it's like you take a step back. This could be him, could be you. I feel it's both of you. Like sometimes perhaps there's things are going well, but then it's like one of you or both of you, when you go your separate ways, you overthink things and then a lot of anxiety comes up. So then the next time you see each other, it's like really awkward or something like that. And no one's kind of communicating the truth. It's like both of you may be hinting or both of you may be communicating in a way that's like your comfort zone. But it's kind of causing this stagnation. It's kind of causing things to sort of stay where they are and not fully progress, or things are just progressing like really slowly. King of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So this person is seeing you as their fulfillment, their dreams come true. And this King of Wands are about goals and aspirations. This is what he's working towards with the Eight of Cups. This connection, I feel it's inspiring both of you to work hard, like within yourselves, work hard individually to turn this like dreams and wishes coming true, fulfillment, turn this Nine of Cups into a Ten of Cups, which is like you coming together, you being in that happy relationship, getting things off the ground. So this person's working really hard behind the scenes. And like I said earlier, the only king that's missing is the King of Pentacles. So they may be trying to get their finances in order or something in their tangible life. They're trying to work hard to get that in order before they can ground or feel like they're ready to ground this relationship in the 3D. So yeah, you've really sparked this inspiration. Ideas spark, conception, impulse. You've sparked this inspiration for them to truly have this drive to actually work on their goals and dreams that they'd sort of put on a back burner before they met you. Ten of Swords in reverse, Five of Cups, and Temperance in reverse. So I feel this person, a lot of their self-esteem issues is to do with the past, where they felt betrayed, stabbed in the back. To me, this is a lot of self-sabotage. With it being in reverse, I'm actually reading this in this reading as They're afraid of being stabbed in the back, but really it's their own thoughts and fears and anxieties and overthinking that's actually stabbing themselves in the back. Self-sabotage. And it is because of past situations that didn't work out for them. And this is like heartbreak, things they feel they lost or things they felt they failed at. I feel it's likely to do with childhood, and that manifested as an ongoing pattern within past romantic relationships. So this person, and it could be you as well, is caught up in that pain and fear of that happening again. So they know that there's this Two of Cups here. They know that there's this connection with you. But because they're focusing on being really pessimistic and they fear like the failure of your connection, they fear history repeating itself, they're kind of just leaving your connection on the back burner a little bit. And it's like they're still trying to solve something from their past, but they need to just let it go because it's already been lost, it's already gone. I feel like this is kind of like what the hold-up is. They're just focusing on the wrong things that are already lost and over. But whatever happened in the past, it made them feel really out of balance. They need this temperance, they need to refrain from this negative perspectives, negative thought patterns, but they've not learned how to let go of the past. These things created their self-esteem issues. They don't know how to release that. So there's this imbalance. They're indulging in that negative mind chatter. And that's why they're not balanced. Again, this is like Two Cups in reverse, like the Two of Cups in reverse. They can't have this balanced relationship with you if they're emotionally imbalanced within themselves. So this Queen of Cups, this is representing you. But this is the only card in the deck where there's a lid on the cup. And relationships are reflections of ourselves. So I feel that a lot of you are waiting for this person to open up. But they're very guarded. But deep down it's a reflection that your heart isn't fully open. And that you're guarded. You're kind of looking, to me the cup represents your heart. You're sort of looking into, well, you're contemplating, do I open my heart or don't I? And it's like you're waiting for this person, this other person, to offer you their heart, be open with you, be vulnerable with you, but you're kind of shut down a bit, and it's a reflection, it's reflecting between you. I feel that's why there's this back and forth, and there's this, you're kind of expressing how you feel to each other, but kind of not. You're waiting for him to be this King of Swords and just say it as it is, communicate clearly. But obviously, there needs to be a balance here. Perhaps in the past you expressed your love and then you felt rejected because this man had a kind of closed heart or was unsure and so didn't really communicate. And then they feel regret about that if they didn't reciprocate expressing their emotions. But it was literally because they were like these pages in reverse, lacking confidence, but deep down they felt like the king, like this deep love for you. Someone needs to break this cycle. But again, like I said, there needs to be a balance. This isn't about one person like completely dominating the situation and creating imbalance in that way. Do what feels right for you. Know that if you communicate, you're emotions, your love to them. You know, don't take it personally if it takes them a time to warm up and get comfortable expressing their emotions. Do you both feel this deep love for each other? I feel this person will communicate to you. That's what this Ace of Swords is representing to me. Self-expression, exchange, sharing, connection. This person loves you so much that they feel codependent on you. And that's like their fear. They fear needing you too much. They fear their codependency being obvious to you. Because I feel like in the past they wore their heart on their sleeve. They did express to other people. They did communicate their love, wore their heart on their sleeve, and I feel people took that for granted. And so now, and this could be both of you, you kind of got these guards around your expression of how you truly feel. Sexual freedom. I feel there's a lot of passion that you feel for each other. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. That's what you're both doing. And I feel things will ground between, and you both will give each other a chance. But I feel it's going to happen slowly. But I do feel like really positive energies, loving, compassionate, nurturing energies between you. So I really hope this reading has resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, then please tap the little bell icon, and that will inform you every time I release a new video. And I'll be back again really soon with another pick a card reading. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 3, which is the Rose Quartz Angel. And for this reading, I'm using the True Love Tarot as well as some other cards. So how does this person really feel? And I'm going to say he, just for easiness. So we have the Chariot, which is determination in this deck. The 7 of Swords in reverse, or opposition in reverse. The 7 of Shells, or the 7 of Cups, illusions. The 6 of Cups, joy. And the 9 of Cups, fulfillment. So clarifying the Chariot, we have the Magician, or energy. Clarifying the 7 of Swords in reverse, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse, or defeat in reverse. Clarifying the 7 of Cups, we have the 2 of Cups, or romance in reverse. Clarifying the 6 of Cups, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse, or re-evaluation in reverse. Clarifying the 9 of Cups, we have the 8 of Pentacles, or perfectionism as it's called. Clarifying the Chariot and the Magician, we have the Ace of Cups, love. Clarifying the 7 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Swords in reverse, we have the Ace of Swords, triumph. Clarifying the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Cups in reverse, we have the Hermit, or introspection. Clarifying the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups in reverse, we have the Page of Swords, the messenger. Clarifying the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, generosity. So from the True Love reading cards, we have self-respect and forgiveness. move these up a little bit. From the Romance Angels Oracle cards, we have New Love and Release Your Ex. And from the Chakra Insight Oracle, we have Grounding, Connection. Okay. Just tuning into the cards. So I feel like this person in the past may have chosen someone else over you. There's this Release Your Ex card. And there's some cards here. Opposition. You know, the Two of Cups in reverse. About needing to make a decision. Someone running away in the past. Pushing you away. So we start off with the Chariot. Determination, clarified by the Magician energy and the Ace of Cups. So this person wants this new beginning with you, is what I'm feeling. They're wanting this movement. They're wanting to manifest love with this Ace of Cups. Obviously, this can be you as well. Like, you have this determination. You're wanting to move things forward. But I feel some of you may need to be careful. You may be trying to force like this change. Trying to speed things up. And it made you come up against this opposition, as it's called here. The Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel this person tried to run away from you. Maybe you tried to run away with a connection sort of thing with them. You tried to control things a little bit. And it caused them to run away. You know, whatever we chase runs away from us. So for some of you, I feel that's what's happened. They pushed you away. But with these both in reverse, it's like, it's saying to me, they didn't want to run away. They didn't want to push you away, but they kind of felt like you forced their hand. And a lot of this is like to do with energies. We can look at things on a surface level and believe that this other person just was using their free will to run away. And we can, you know, label them a coward or something like that. But in all honesty, it's about the energies. And like I said, whatever we chase after, we push it away. Like, because it's the energy of, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but if we have this energy of like desperation, and I'm only saying this because, you know, I've experienced this as well. If we have this energy of desperation and we're trying to cling on to something so much, it's like the universe will prevent us from being able to grab hold of that, because it's like we're looking for a shortcut. We're looking outside of ourselves for love, for validation, for acceptance, for approval. It can feel like the universe is being unfair and not giving us like this relationship we want or something like that, or whatever we're seeking. But really, it's giving us the time and space to cultivate, create this self-love, which is also what the Ace of Cups is about. Self-love, needing to become this magician, truly become this magician. And by that I mean, in the traditional tarot, this magician has mastered the wands, the cups, the pentacles, and the swords. It's like your own resources, finding that balance, that wholeness within, that self-love, that self-esteem, and then that will create true movement forward. In the traditional tarot, it shows the two sphinxes are pulling that chariot, but in truth they're not pulling it, they're sitting down. There isn't movement of that chariot in the traditional tarot, because there needs to be that balance within before the movement can happen, before things can move forward with this person. So you really are reflecting each other. It may appear that this other person is afraid and running away, but I feel for a lot of you, if you were kind of chasing them, it's like you were running away from your own wounds and trying to have this other person heal those wounds within you or fill in those voids. So you were running away from yourself. You weren't able to receive love, and so this person's been reflecting that as well. Like attracts like. So with this Seven of Swords, yeah, that was you like running away from yourself as well as what I'm feeling. And pushing this person away. When we chase someone, often, deep down, we know that that kind of way of going about things, chasing them, we know it's going to chase them away. I feel like a lot of you have had this kind of pattern in your life where that's happened. You've chased someone. It's like subconsciously you've been attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable or have low self-esteem or confidence issues. And so you may come at them like this Chariot with a lot of force, or Magician with a lot of power, and it's like overpowering them. It's, what's the word? Intimidating them. And there's something about you. It's like that's your way of trying to stay in control subconsciously, to feel like the powerful one. And that's blocking you from receiving love, because it's like having power issues. It's like trying to be in control. It's a fear of being vulnerable and letting the other person maybe take control sometimes or be the leader. Ace of Wings, which is the Ace of Swords. This is transformation. This is seeing clearly. I feel this is a lesson. Once you shift this, then your relationship with this person will shift. For some of you, it will mean that you will fall out of alignment with this person and you'll no longer resonate with this person, but you will have learnt that lesson. So you will attract the reflection of your new vibration, which is the self-love, being honest with yourself, successfully having this happiness and wholeness within yourself. For others, it's like you may have, Spirit is showing me like a bull in a china shop. And again, I don't mean that offensively, but some of you came to this connection with full force, with a lot of speed, trying to speed things along. This caused this other person to retreat, but they didn't want to. It was their fears and also the energy. It made them have to retreat. Because when we literally can't receive love because we're not loving ourselves, then it energetically pushes the other person away. And this person is a reflection of you. They need this self-love and self-esteem as well, so they couldn't receive the love you are offering. But I feel there's this regret, they didn't want to run away from you, but they don't understand why it's happening. They're like, why did I run away? Why did I do this? Why didn't I have enough confidence? But it's the energies of repulsion, because of not being ready. We can't align with something if we're not in that vibration to align with it. So it was that. So with these two being in reverse, the running away card, the pushing you away card, the conflict card, they're wanting triumph, they're wanting success, they're wanting to open their heart to you, they're wanting this new beginning in love. There's been a lot of illusions. This is the Seven of Cups. A lot of options. I feel this person was confused, like, what option do I take? Do I choose you? Or choose something else? Basically, do I choose love or do I choose fear? And that's why this Two of Cups is in reverse. Two of Cups is like you're representing your relationship with each other. I feel there's a lot of purity between you. I feel a lot of good emotions, good feelings. There's equal love here. You both reciprocate this love, but it's in reverse. There's a lack of balance. Love or fear, it's like there's both within both of you. There's this true love for each other, but there's also the wounds that are creating blocks from you coming together harmoniously. So I feel this manifested as you being overly sure about this person, and perhaps maybe you shouldn't be so sure about them if they're not, equally giving back to you in return. But in the opposite way, they've been overly unsure about you, and that's why they've not been giving back equally. And it's because there's this imbalance. There's the love and the fear. There's the love and the wounds within both of you that are trying to come up to the surface. And often they come up through painful triggering, or us being denied what our ego wants, looking for the shortcuts, looking for love outside of ourselves and things like that. The universe will deny us what our ego wants, so the ego is forced to break down. It forces us to go inwards, introspection. Why is this happening? Why is this person not being open to me? Why aren't they receiving what I'm offering them? Why aren't they giving back to me equally? And I feel this other person is like, why does this person love me? Why is she offering me all this love and nurturing and attention when I don't feel like I've given enough in return? I don't feel like I've earned that. I don't feel like I'm good enough. It's forcing you both to go inwards. And it's 9. It's so you can wrap up an old cycle. You can come to this understanding. And I feel it's about lessons. There's a 6 of Cups. This says joy here, but this is the card of reconciliation. To me, this is what's saying that you're soulmates. Reconciliation. You're both wanting this. 6 is the number of love as well. In the past, there was this 4 of Cups, which is a missed opportunity. And in the traditional tarot, it shows the man focusing on 3 cups in front of him and is either unaware, or he's unaware that this other cup, the 4th cup, which is, because it's separate, it's like the Ace of Cups, this new beginning in love, been unaware of this being offered to them. Well, they're either unaware or just not able to receive that new beginning in love. Whatever you were offering them, they couldn't receive it. And it's because they were focused on other things. They couldn't see clearly. They didn't have this spiritual awareness in the past. But that's why this time of separation happens, to wake us up. They're wanting reconciliation. With this missed opportunity in reverse, it's like they are reevaluating what your connection means to them. They're realizing. And there's the Page of Swords, the messenger. They want to communicate their truth to you now. They may feel that you're pissed off with them though, and they're worried how you would receive their communication. So they may be testing the waters and slowly trying to hint to you, perhaps, in some way, how they feel. They feel deep fulfillment with you. And you've always felt this fulfillment with them. It's like, I feel like you're the one that's been a bit more intuitive and aware spiritually. And so when you felt this energy of fulfillment, this energy of this beautiful, uplifting, healing energy with this person, you knew you just trusted what your heart was telling you. You trusted this. And so that's why you had this speed and determination and put a lot of energy into this, a lot of love into this. But I feel like they've been sort of brought up in this society to be more in their head, in their logic, rather than their emotions. And so they didn't recognize at first what your connection really represented. So that's why there needed to be this separation for them to go in, have this introspection, have this clarity. And they're seeing you as this fulfillment now. They're recognizing it, and they're kind of kicking themselves that it took them so long. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. They're working hard. They're working diligently to build themselves up so they feel like an equal, so they can give equally and be generous. Six of Pentacles. This is reciprocating. This is equal give and take, equal generosity, equal expression of love. But I feel like they may be getting caught up in perfectionism. I feel this person is very self-critical. And they're kind of telling themselves like, oh, this, that, and the other has to be in order before I can fully reach out and fully invest and commit to this relationship. But I feel like that's partly their ego excuse, because they're afraid of fully opening their heart and being open and vulnerable. Self-respect. So yeah, I do feel like some of you perhaps have been over-giving and you need this self-respect. Perhaps some of you have felt very rejected, but you've continued to give and give and give because you're wanting that to be reciprocated from this person. But I feel like it's been eating away at your self-esteem. And I feel this person may have held back because they kind of feel like, oh, she'll always be here for me. She'll always put in the work, so I can just take my time. But it's eating away at your self-esteem. Forgiveness. I feel you need to forgive this person. Maybe forgive yourself if you didn't have self-respect. But again, it's a reflection. I feel this other person doesn't have self-respect in other ways. And they need to forgive themselves. Some of them, they did choose someone else. Or they were just so focused on the wrong people, the wrong person, their comfort zone. And it's time for them to release that so they can have this new love with you. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This is you. They may have been in this other unhappy relationship and then they met you. They weren't expecting to meet you. So it threw them for a loop sort of thing. They didn't know what to do. So they just stagnated. They kept you at arm's length, but now they're seeing clearly. And they really want to ground your connection, basically. Ground this love. Because 6 is the number of love. And it is grounding. I feel it will take time, which is probably annoying to hear, because I feel like there's been this stagnation and back and forth already. But this person is basically, overall, what I'm feeling, they've become aware of the true depth of your connection, true meaning, and they're taking it more seriously, and they're working towards taking action towards you to really ground your connection. So I really hope this reading has resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, then please tap the bell icon and it will inform you every time I release a new reading. And I'll be back again really soon with some more pick a card readings. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.